If it weren't already clear to you that things are near the end of the road for one Mark Stoops at the University of Kentucky, here's your latest sign. What's cooking? Welcome back into another edition of Now We Can Talk Like Fans on ESPN Louisville Plus. My name is Justin Sofro, and we're going to get a little bit into things that are going on down the road, a little 75 miles or so from the University of Louisville over to the University of Kentucky, and some of the issues that are going on there with their football program. Before we do anything, though, do me a solid favor, smash that freaking like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Obviously, if you haven't gone already over to the Now We Can Talk Like Fans channel, go ahead and subscribe over there as well. We really appreciate it. Anyway, let's just get into it. And there's something that I can tell you. Obviously, if you've been on this channel at all, I am sorry, BBN. I am a Louisville fan, but I'm also think I'm pretty down to earth, and I'm a reasonable one. I don't do nearly the amount of rivalrying as a lot of people do. I could talk about both teams pretty regularly, and I'll be honest, I'm probably harder on the Cardinals than you could ever be. That's just there are plenty of people that dislike me probably on the UofL side more than they do on the blue side. That being said, I will tell you, after having suffered through multiple seasons, unnecessary seasons under one Kenneth Victor Payne at the University of Louisville in the basketball program, we saw many signs of the coaching apocalypse, the four horsemen of the coaching apocalypse there early on. One of those definitely turns out to be when other coaches come to protect their guy, to protect your guy from you. They protect him from the fans because they're coaches. The fraternity must ever hold together. There's never a chance that somebody doesn't need to have their job. You were the wrong one. You need to appreciate what he's given you, and you need to say sorry for ever doubting him. And that's where one Kirby Smart, as he's about to face Kentucky as they travel down to Georgia. The Georgia Bulldogs will take on the Kentucky Wildcats this Saturday. And what, especially following that performance at Alabama, is sure to be nothing short of a demolition for the Wildcats. Though, in the past, I've always claimed that one Kirby Smart takes it easy on Mark Stoops. Somehow those games, even in the biggest juggernauts that they've had down there in Georgia, when they played Kentucky, they found a way to keep it somewhat close. Somehow, Kentucky found a way to not be completely embarrassed on the field of play. Regardless, though, one Kirby Smart who is friends with Mark Stoops, and I understand these friendships and these bloodlines, especially when it comes to the coaching fraternity and the protection, the shield they must put around each other, are ever strong. To which brings me to one, and this should probably make a lot of you happy. Brings me to one article on none other than Kentucky Sports Radio, KSR. Should have a bunch of James Strevel marks in there, but in the KSR, to where some comments were made by Kirby Smart about Mark Stoops and the job he's done coaching. And one of the things that he had to say was, of course, right here in between the two, was that Mark's one of my close friends. We've been at this. We've been in this the longest together. He's been in it longer than me. I text him all the time. It's really amazing what he's done at Kentucky. It's one of those things I really hope that they appreciate what he's done. Because he's done incredible things. I guess he's using his Trump voice in this. He's done incredible things. Broken some records up there. Been extremely competitive in our league. That's not necessarily by record. I mean it by record sometimes. But the games that he's been in, the way they played in is incredible. You can tell he inspires his team to play extremely hard, and they're always physical. While I can't deny that there have been opportunities in the past, especially in the Scott Satterfield era, that you could definitely talk about how his team played, how the physically dominant team that Kentucky proved to be at that time. The Kentucky team we're seeing currently, the Kentucky team we've seen now since people have started hitting the floodgates, since the portal's open, people leaving, all of your good players are going to play and are showing out at other teams currently. As much as you want to defend him, Kirby Smart, and I get it, I get it. He's your guy. Also, he's a guaranteed victory for you. Not, but at the same time, I don't think that somebody like Kirby Smart is by any means going to look at anybody and be scared to play anybody on any given Saturday. He took it to Saban plenty of times. So if he's willing to take on Saban, I ain't worried about old Stoopsy boy. At the same time, I don't appreciate this as a fan. And I will say this, and I'm solid. Well, I'm not gonna whatever solidarity with Big Blue Nation on this. They're ready to move on. They're ready to get their next guy. They're ready to have some hope that this program can once again have a resurgence and give them something to be optimistic about, to look forward to on every Saturday during the fall season. It's a wasted year for the Cats. We're looking at probably they're going to end up winning what 3, maybe 4 games if they're lucky. If they play like they did against South Carolina, it ain't 4. You're not winning 4 games. You're winning 3 tops. And who knows at this point, what Eastern Tennessee or whatever Tech, whatever it is, whatever cupcake that big boy put on there, they're 4-0. They're a top 10 team in the FCS, but who knows? Maybe they'll go and give it to Kentucky on the chin. Maybe they'll take it on the chin. That being said, my main point of view and my main statement with this video is just saying how tired I get of hearing these comments. Like, I understand you have to say something. If you can't say something nice, you're whatever, keep it to yourself. But Kirby Smart, it's not your place to tell fans how to feel. It's not your place to tell fans, especially with the amount of money that is being invested in Mark Stoops, with all the pony up comments that he's made to you all. Now you all are being told to be nice. But that being said, that is what coaches love to do. They love to talk down to you, the fan. They love to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. They love to tell you that you don't realize what happened here. Everybody's very aware of the history of Kentucky football. Nobody's ever pretended that Kentucky football was a juggernaut. Nobody ever pretended that Kentucky, especially lately, we've had conversations about Kentucky should drop Louisville just because it's a game that is not a guaranteed victory, that is outside of the SEC. Nobody is in any kind of state of delusion of grandeur that Kentucky football should be expecting to win championships year in and year out. But Kentucky football should be able to look competitive. Kentucky football should not go out and get blasted by South Carolina. Kentucky football should not, and no team should ever, strive to be the bottom of their league year in and year out. And you're back to that. Yes, there were good years under Mark Stoops, especially the year that they cheated. That's fine. there were good years of that. They got some enjoyment out of that year where they cheated. But at the same time, that's not where you are now. Those days are gone. Those days are over. The being competitive, being respectable, not being a complete doormat, those days are gone. You're back to being a doormat, even under the one coach who was able to successfully get you out of there. So it's time to move on. The game's changing. There's young talent out there, whether it's going to be John Summerall or somebody else. And at the same time, Mitch Barnhart, Mother, everybody over there, figure out how to do your job, which is not giving these ridiculous contracts to these coaches. The game is now about money for the players. It's not about money for the coaches. So anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. What do you think about Kirby Smart telling you all that you should appreciate, you should be thankful for what Mark Stoops has done, and maybe be a little easier on Big Boy? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, smash the freaking like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, stay notified for all of our latest videos, and I will talk to you all next time. Cards, Cats, Bourbon, and Bluegrass. See ya.